Howdy my totally as always Tubular gamers, and we're back with another video, and all I gotta say today is Starfield, Sea of Stars, Baldur's Taint 3, Pikmin 4, Armored Core 6, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, The Crew Motorfest, Mortal Kombat 1, the new Cyberpunk expansion, Payday 3. All of these are games that have either recently come out or they're about to come out, and so what do I have to say is games, new games around the corner. Plenty of amazing games just recently came out, and then if you go back even a few months, it is just phenomenal game after phenomenal game. Some of the greatest video games ever made have just recently come out in the last 6 to 12 months. And so with this, I gotta say, you know what, in 2023, it's hard to be a gamer. Now, I know it's a little profound, it seems a little bold of me to say, and you might be going, what dumbass shit is this guy talking about? It's easy to play a game, there's so many good games to play. No, that's why it's hard. Never in my time can I remember so many phenomenal video games coming out in the span of like 10 months. There's still a couple months left to this year, and there's even more phenomenal games coming out like Spider-Man 2, which features yours truly in the credits, or Super Mario Wonder, or maybe the new Sonic game, or Alan Wake 2. Like, holy shit, there are so many good ass video games that have come out this year, and we still got more to come. Like, when is it ever going to end? This is not me complaining that there are too many good games. It's just, if you play new games regularly, you have been fucking wined and dined this year. Like, last year had some good games, and generally, you know, the last couple of years, it's been pretty decent, but it has not been near the quality that this year, that 2023 has brought us. I have just never seen so many well-received games come out, all in the span of 1 year. Like, the closest I can think of that compares to this is 2011, and you know, I remember thinking, wow, 2011 is like the best year in video games like ever, at least that I've really been alive and been able to understand it. I know some people love like 97 and 98, but 2011, that was a fantastic year. 2023, it's the year to break it. I think this is like the best year in video game history. You know, this very well could be a recency bias, but it really just does feel like, at the very least, this is one of the greatest years in all of video game history. Like, it has just been superb title after superb title. A lot of these games we were waiting a very long time for, and they're finally here, and they're actually delivering. They're actually incredibly realized and are just a joyous experience. Games like Baldur's Gate 3, games like Zelda, or Starfield, or Pikmin 4, like the list just goes on and on. There are just so many superb titles to play, and it really comes down to what are you interested in. And it's like, I play just about every new game. I try my best to play every major release. And over the last couple of years, it's been a little difficult to keep up, but this year, I'll just be honest, I failed. I've failed to keep up with all the new releases because there are so many great new releases that I want to play that I just end up not being able to get to all of them, which probably seems pretty normal, but I've certainly not had that in the last couple of years. Call it, I guess, lack of responsibilities, but I can't imagine for someone who doesn't regularly play video games like all the time to try to even attempt to play a bunch of new games that came out this year. And so many of these games are massive. Games like Zelda, games again like Baldur's Gate 3, where they're easy over 50, 60 hours. Like, I'm still not done with Baldur's Gate 3. I got like 80 hours in this game and I'm still not done. It's all I've been playing. And it's like all these other new games are coming out. Here's Armored Core coming in and Starfield. And it's like, hold up, please, wait a second. I'm not done with... Nope, it's just piling in. And it shows absolutely no signs of stopping. This fall is going to go nuts. There's a new game basically every single week until like mid-November, and then it finally halts, and then it continues really till the end of the year. There is just so many new games to play. There's so many options, and so many of them are huge, taking tons and tons of time, and you're just gonna have to prioritize. And yeah, that's one reason why it's so hard to be a gamer this year. Like, we have never had so many fantastic options all at the same time. And if you're someone who like waits for games to go on sale, or you wait to hear about them, it just gets even harder because new games are around the corner every week. And so those games that, you know, like Jedi Survivor or some other ones, maybe like Dead Island 2 that came out earlier this year that you're waiting to get when they're cheaper, like, when are you going to play them? There's all these other new games that have come out since then. I mean, Dead Island 2, that feels like it was ages ago. That was a pretty good game, but no, it was less than even 6 months ago, and it's just, it feels like old news because there's so many new games. And, you know, one could argue, oh, it's always like this almost every year, where there's just tons and tons of new releases, and there's always new great games. It's never been to this scale. I don't think it's ever been to this scale, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. And so I've just come in here to tell you today, you know, life is good. If you're a hardcore gamer, life is really good this year. There are just an endless amount of amazing games to play, and being a gamer is hard in 2023, but sometimes when you hard, you know? Okay, for real though, it's hard to be a gamer in 2023, and that's a good thing. There are so many options, all these games coming in to take your time, and they want your money, and you know, we've just never had so many great options, and it's really great to see just how amazing video games have become, how mainstream they've become, and it's hard to keep up with them. And if you're someone who has a lot of games on the backlog like me, like many other people, this year it's just not happening. You know, every year I try to finish games on my backlog. I talk about it at the start of every year. I'm gonna give you a little sneak preview. It's been terrible this year. I've been so overwhelmed by all these new games, trying to play them all, trying to prevent games from going on the backlog, that I haven't even really touched the backlog. All these new fucking games, Starfield, Armored Core, Payday, Spider-Man, Zelda, Pikmin, Diablo, Star Wars, even some of the earlier games this year like Hi-Fi Rush, like the list just goes on and on. Here I am just trying to play Turok 2, man. It's a game I've had on my backlog for like a decade, and I was like, this is the year I'm gonna play Turok 2. It's not happening. It's taken me ages to finish this game. Why? There's just so many new good ass video games. Like, we really have been spoiled this year. I just can't think of another time when there's been this many so fast. I think we're going to look back and we're going to say, damn, 2023 was fire. That year was amazing. And anyone who says otherwise, I really question your taste. Like, there really has been something for everyone this year. It is just been truly ridiculous how many fantastic video games there are. I think there is a game that everybody can enjoy that has come out this year, and I'd love to know what everyone's playing. I would love to know what everyone's playing. Life as a gamer is good. It's good to have so many options, so many amazing options. If you're short on money, it's probably not been a good year. Like myself, I have spent quite a lot of money this year on video games. The collection has grown quite a bit. I recently was laid off from Insomniac Games, so I've got plenty of time now. And what am I going to do? I'm going to sit here and talk to you about video games, how there's too many good ones and I don't have enough time to play any of them despite not having a job. Yeah, you know what? I think that's the end of this video. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to playing all these new video games, and I think you should too. So again, let me know down below how you're feeling about all these new games. Maybe if you want to see me talk about some of these new games or rank some series, I'm always down to read the comments. And yeah, I just wanted to come in here and tell you life is good. Life is really good. We're eating really well out tonight. And the 2023, it's going to be one of the best years for gaming ever. We're going to look back and go, God damn, that was a good one. And so that's it for this video. You know, no script, just kind of a ramble for like 10 or so minutes, just kind of going off the handle. Let me know what y'all think. I always love to hear what everyone has to say. Hope everyone has a safe journey to wherever they're going next, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.